Hello, all you fantastic and wonderful people. Welcome back to the Fluffy Cow Studio. I'm Deanna, and I am so thankful and so grateful that you decided to drop in today. Today we are doing some fun Halloween and some mostly Thanksgiving fall, more or less fall um, DIYs, and I think that you will enjoy them. I am going to start with some bottles. These are just soda pop bottles. And I took some 2X white flat paint from Rust-Oleum and I spray painted the bottles white. And I probably did 2 coats just to make sure it got good and white. Then I took some chocolate sprinkle brown from Apple Barrel Paint and I painted the top and the bottom. And in the middle I painted it with nutmeg. But nutmeg is really, I did a couple coats of nutmeg and then I went over it with a toffee brown. On this one I did orange, outrageous orange on the top, and those little triangles are green, marsh green, with a little spring green, and then the purple diamonds, they are purple petunia purple with a little bit of white, and then we have the green again, or brown chocolate sprinkles with a little bit of um, the toffee brown dry brushed on. Now I'm taking a little clip art that I found off the internet and I am Mod Podging it onto that bottle. Now after I let that paint dried, I didn't really necessarily love the color of the, well, I did like the color, but I just wanted some depth. So I did add a little bit of comber, beachcomber beige in the apple barrel just to dry brush on there. After I have Mod Podged that on while it's drying, I took these beads outside and spray painted them black with the Rust-Oleum 2X flat paint. Oh no, you know what? I didn't do that. I painted them, sorry. Oh no, I did. I did do that. Okay, I'm dry brushing on now the beachcomber. I'm, no, I didn't with the beachcomber. Sorry, I'm really out of whack here. I am dry brushing them with the toffee brown. After I, uh, after they dried, then I took some E6000 and I glued them on very carefully and very slowly. I've got this sped up pretty fast so it looks like it's faster than I did, but I kind of needed it to dry just a little bit before I went on to the others so it wouldn't keep sliding off. And there I also took my Kleenex or my paper towel and wiped off the excess glue that was dripping out. And I did that all the way around. Again, I spray painted my beads black and then I dry brushed them with toffee brown. If you see my videos, you've seen me do stuff like this quite frequently. If you've watched any crafter, you've probably seen this procedure, but I was just trying to save you or save some time so you didn't have to watch the boring stuff or whatever. Okay, now I'm taking some jute twine and I'm gluing it around. I think I went around about 4 times on around the edge there just above our little cow. And then I will do some just below the cow and then up around the rim of that bottle. I did the same. I threaded my jute threw them little orange beads on the orange bottle, and then I glued it following the triangle design and diamond design. And I just followed that. Then when I got that one done, then I just wrapped the jute around the top and bottom. But on this brown one, and the reason why I didn't show it is because I'm showing you here basically. And and I'm sure you've also seen it on many other crafts, but if you haven't, then you can watch this and see it on here. But that is all I did on the orange bottle. The only difference is instead of putting the beads on, I put the jute along the design and threaded my beads through. I wanted one that was kind of Halloweeny colors and one that was more fall. And so um, there you have it. Now I'm going to go on the bottom there. Now I don't think well, maybe I do four. I might have done three or four. I don't know that I did quite as much on the bottom one as I did the top. I kind of think it looks cool now that we got, when we got it done, it looks. And when I finish this, I do put some flowers and some fall things in it. You don't have to do that if you don't want it. It's just that when made my, I made a blue one and a peach one for my decor, everyday decor, and I really liked those bottles on my tier trays, and so I kind of wanted something similar to that. I still wanted them bottles because I really like the look of them, so I decided to make a couple fall ones that I can use through the season. And I'll probably end up making some Christmas ones too. But I just really like their look. I think they look really nice. Okay. I thought I cut this out and I did not. Okay. Now I took some wooden beads from Hobby Lobby and I am painting 9 of each color of the orange. This is outrageous orange. I will do one in petunia purple, and I will do one in uh, spring green. And I'm going to do 9 of each one of these colors. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm doing 8 of each one of these colors. And this is the spring green. These are a lot easier to paint on these little wooden skewers. They are a little time consuming. If you have spray paint in these colors, that would be awesome. It would be even faster. Another thing is if I haven't been to Hobby Lobby for a while and I need to go when I get a minute. Um, but sometimes I've noticed in the fall and stuff, they have seasonal bead lines with the different colored seasonal beads. And if you can find them and you want to use them, that's even better. You don't have to waste your time painting. So it's all up to you and it's all what you have. These are what I had on hand, so this is what I'm using. And I know some people, and I may be one of them too, you just can't afford to go buy, you know, a whole bunch of craft supplies, so you kind of have to do it. You know, sometimes you don't have money for that, so if you have these on hand, this is an easy way to do it. Now I'm painting these black. These ones I have eight of them as well. No, is it eight? Two, four. Yeah, eight for each strand. And and then I have four whites that I'm gonna paint. Yeah, eight. I don't know why I thought it was. Oh, I'm crazy. It's okay though. I have a lot more fun when I'm crazy than when I'm not. My sister says you have to be crazy to live in this world nowadays. Maybe you don't, but it sure does help. And it's even better if you got a sense of humor. I so admire people who have sense of humors that make you laugh nonstop, and it just comes so easy to them. What an awesome gift that is. Wished I had it. Okay, now that I got my beads done and I'm letting them dry, I am going to be painting. As what I did is I had got some ornaments from Temu, and I cut these out of cardboard, chipboard actually, and that's a little more secure, steady, refined cardboard, and it doesn't have the jagged edges. Um, I painted them white, and now I'm painting them with marsh green, outrageous orange, chocolate sprinkles, and is that lemon yellow? Yeah, lemon yellow. And I did two oranges, two greens, one brown, and one yellow. And I think I needed to do two or three coats. And maybe it was just two, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it probably. Well, maybe it was three. But anyway, I did both sides, and I did two, at least two coats on both sides, if not three. Now I'm going to highlight around the edge. I'm not highlighting, I'm shading around the edge, just kind of giving it a more rustic feel to it. And this is nutmeg brown that I'm using. On the green, I am using a little bit of spring green to go in the middle, dry brush in the middle, and just doing a little spring green. And in the brown, I am doing this beachcomber beige. Beachcomber. I don't know where I get comber from. It's beachcomber. And then on the yellow, I do white, but I didn't really have a light yellow, and I think I might have went over little with a little bit of yellow, but I don't know that I did because we're putting these little clip arts on them. And this is I'm just Mod Podging it down, and then I'm going to put my little cows on that I got off of I went on Pinterest, and some of them weren't free, and I had to get them off of wherever the website was they took me. Most of them I think are from Etsy, but I got to rethink my Etsy buying. But anyway, nonetheless, I did get them from wherever I got them from. And I've had them for a while, so it's not like I can't really name them all. And then I'm gonna Mod Podge the back. Because these are cardboard, I do want them Mod Podged just to preserve them and keep them better. It's not like they're going outside or anything, but I just want them to last a while. Okay, this is the Halloween one, and I should have just cut this out because I didn't show the Halloween one because I figured if I do one, you know how to do all of them because they're all just a repeat. And on these ones, on my backs, I did some little designs, and I kind of wanted them to go with some little ghosts we made and also with some pumpkins that we are going to be making. And right now I'm just using a cow print ribbon, and I'm making two loops and just making a little bow on them. Just looping it, gluing it, looping it, gluing it. And then I'm going to glue the two. Because I didn't want them twisting and doing all that stuff, um, as badly, I glued the loop for the jute together so that it was tighter around the beads so it wouldn't be slipping over the beads and so it wouldn't be twisting as much. Once I get the uh, bows on, I glued some little flowers on there. And now on these Thanksgiving ones or fall ones, I'm actually taking my hole punch and punching holes in them. Then I'm going to take some jute. I'm going to wrap them around to make a hoop for a loop for my hanger. And then I'm going to take and over that top part, I am going to be taking my jute and just wrapping it around and around, trying to get it a little jute and to kind of cover up the fact that that's a Christmas ornament, but it still looks like an ornament, but nonetheless, it looks good. And I'm going to do that on all of them. I'm going to make the loop for my to hold on, then glue the jute around the top. And then once I get that done, I'm going to glue the jute around the edge of my ornament. And on some of these little ornaments, I go around the cow. After I did one or two, I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to go through over all of them. But I did do three, so three would and three wouldn't. And I think I mixed them up, so two on one of my garlands I had them, and one on the other one had them. But you can do this, or you don't have to do this, or you can do whatever you want to do. That's up to you. I didn't mind if it had the little white from the paper that I cut out because I just used copy paper. And I didn't, I don't really care too much that the white's showing. It gives it a little bit of um, outline and a little pop to the picture. Okay, right there, I was making a tassel. I'm not good at making tassels, and I had this cat food lid that just was about the size I wanted, so I just used it. I wrapped it around about 10 times, and then I cut it off, as you seen, because I was daydreaming or something, not paying attention. And then I am tied a knot around the top part and threaded my jute through that. And on this one, I am doing a brown and orange, a green, and then the black and white and black, and then a yellow, and then going again with the brown and orange, and then doing the black and white. I do 3 beads and then the black and white beads, and then 3 beads in the black and white. And I go in the same order. However, you can do these in whatever order. You don't even have to, it's up to you. Like I said, you get a creative license whenever you decide you want to do some creativeness. It's all your choice. It's your world. Oh, and there's Sassy parking her butt right on my project like she always does. She wants to play with him. She's always got to be in the middle of everything. Okay, again, I'm wrapping that cord around 10 times, cutting it off, and around the top, I am tying a knot and then I'm going to loop it in. One thing I do on the knots though, because and then I'm going to tie the knot to the excess um, jute I have on my string. But one thing I like to do with my knots, because I'm not an expert on these tassels by any way, I leave just a tiny, tiny bit of the strands left from the knot, and then I will overlap. I'll glue one down across the knot and then the next one across that one. That way it holds it together, but it also covers up the knot. And then I um, cut them even to make, um, I give them a haircut to make them look better. And then I just am making a bow out of the jute, kind of gluing it down and gluing the ends so that it doesn't come unraveled. And I'm just tying it around the top of that. And I'm doing that again because I don't want them to twist as much. They still twist, but not nearly as bad as if I hadn't done that. And then I'm going to take these, I don't know if they're bowl fillers or if they're just table setters or whatever, but I got them from Dollar Tree and they're leaves. I don't know if you can tell that. And they're green, yellow, and orange. And so then I just do that. Now, really quickly, I am making a little box. I got these boxes off of Temu. I think I said that before in one of my videos. There was 10 in them, and they were only 80 cents a piece. But anyway, I am putting nutmeg over the top of it, and then I am wiping the excess off and using it as a stain. And I'm just doing simple with this one. I'm just going simple. I'm not doing much of anything to it. Then I am going to glue it with some Elmer's glue, school glue. I'm going to put it down. And then I end up putting clips around it, some bag chip clips. And this is the final project. This is our bottle and everything arranged. I really like how that looks. I like the fall look, and I like that little cow. These are our garlands hanging from our tier tray, or tier tray. These are things that we made in the past or from Dollar Tree, but I'm just wanting you to see the garland. And I think we made that little cow in the middle, that little wooden plaque. We did that in another video. Thank you so much for dropping in. If you like what you see, hit the like button and feel free to hit the subscribe button. I truly, truly appreciate you guys who are kind enough to do that. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for watching. You are awesome. Can't think of any better people than you. Have a great day.